Alright, first I want to do a little update on this one shot. Looks like Cole, I got it so Cole could hold the one shot with two hands, kind of like carrying while he's walking. So basically, first of all, the handle, the grip, the gray area, there is a there's a rotation there, but you gotta be careful. And then this little dot right there. Oh, let me see. That's right here. This thing. It's also a peg, so it can rotate, but mine was stuck. So what I had to do was I had to heat up this whole section, and then kind of pried it in between here a little bit, just to loosen it up, because I don't want to force it and apply pressure to this piece here, because if I apply pressure to this piece, the pin itself inside would totally break. That peg would totally break. So what I had to do was I kind of pry the side a little bit just to loosen it up, so the peg has some range of some leeway, so he could kind of move. So you see here, most likely this is not accurate, but this is the way I'm having my Cole hold the one shot. Basically on the side, you see the handle, it's been pushed out, so it'll wrap around his waist for him to be able to, for the one shot to get closer to his body. Alright, see from the back, he holds it pretty nicely now, the one shot. I like it actually, but this handle will have to go around his waist again. But it does look pretty nice now, like so. Alright, and if you want Cole to really grab hold of this shaft here, all you have to do is heat up this hand with a hair dryer a little bit, and then it will soften up the rubber, and then you could have him hold this shaft. Alright, and here you see Coltrane's hand. It's gripping onto this shaft now. But if you do this, then most likely he won't be able to hold that handle anymore, because his hand would be too wide apart. But it is an easy fix. If you want him to hold it again, just soften up the hand again, and then wait until it relax back to its original shape, and he'll be able to hold the, the grip again. But I actually like it better this way, so most likely I'm going to keep him like this. Alright, if your figure has a problem of, you see how the legs can move forward and back together, but if they can't move independently forward and back, if you could feel their tension between the legs, don't force it, because you can see how it could move forward and back if I do it together, but it doesn't move independently. I suggest you guys throw this in the refrigerator, the freezer, and leave it in there for like a good 45 minutes to an hour, and then try to crack the joint. That's a good way of fixing it. Alright, and as you all know, heat make things expand, while cold make things contract. So what I'm going to show you guys now, it's the drawing of how this whole mechanism works. And basically here's the leg part, and then in here right in the middle there should be a cylinder. Well, it's most likely a peg, and a cylinder. One side would consist of a cylinder, while the other side would consist of a peg. So one peg and one hole. So basically you will get a female part and then a male part. So one leg you would have this, and the other leg will have something that goes through it. And what you want to do, the reason why the legs usually would move together is because whatever's the peg that's sitting inside this tube here is stuck with the outer casing. And so that's why when you try to move one leg, you'll notice that it's giving off tension if you're moving it, because the oil, it's making the two parts kind of fuse together in a way. So if you're trying to move this leg, this whole section here, since this whole leg is made out of a rubber, it's not really hard plastic. So if you try to move the leg forcefully, you will break this whole peg off, which this is basically this section right here. You'll break this whole piece off, which is something that you don't want to do. So that's why you want to put it in the freezer and then freeze the oil inside here, so you'll be able to move the legs independently. I'm not claiming that this trick will work for every single figure. It's just that these Gears of War figures, I have been having a lot of problems with them, and this is by far the best solution I use to fix these figures. And again, I would say a good 80% of it, 80% of the chance this trick will work. If not, then most likely you might wanna return it and do an exchange if you bought it at Toys R Us, or you might have to take the whole thing apart, which I don't recommend, because I have broken a few figures because of trying to take them apart. So yeah, hopefully this helps, and if you guys have any more questions, you're welcome to leave me a comment or ask me, PM me, and I'll try my best to answer them. There you go. Thanks for watching.